Hello Guanatos managers, welcome to your financial certification on leakage control. Most restaurants don't lose their profits in one big, catastrophic event. Instead, they lose it through small, repeated leaks that often go unnoticed every single day. Think of it like a dripping faucet. One drop seems like nothing, but over time, it adds up to a huge amount of wasted water. In our business, leakage is any preventable loss that slowly but surely erodes our margins. It's the silent killer of profitability. Individually, these small leaks can feel insignificant. A few extra ounces of carne asada on a taco, an employee clocking out 10 minutes late, a handful of chips that get thrown away. Who cares, right? Wrong. Over weeks and months, these tiny incidents compound and absolutely destroy profitability. It's a common misconception that only slow restaurants struggle with profit. In reality, busy restaurants with poor controls often leak far more than slower restaurants that operate with strong discipline. 2. The chaos of a busy service can easily hide these costly mistakes, making them even more dangerous. Your job isn't just to manage a shift. It's to protect our bottom line from these constant, tiny threats. At Guanatos Tacos, our standard is clear. We expect you to be proactive, not reactive. You are expected to prevent leakage before it ever happens, not just explain it on a P&L report at the end of the month. Reacting to a loss means the money is already gone. Prevention is what protects our margins, keeps our prime cost within the target range, and ensures the financial health of your restaurant. This is what separates a good manager from a great operator. It's about building a fortress around our profits, and you are the gatekeeper. Your primary financial responsibility is to stop losses before they start. Let's start with one of the biggest culprits, food cost leakage. Where does it come from? The most common sources are overportioning, untracked waste, inaccurate inventory counts, unauthorized comps or discounts, and failure to follow our recipes precisely. Think about it. An extra half ounce of cheese on every taco doesn't sound like much. But multiply that by hundreds of tacos a day, 7 days a week. That's a massive, direct hit to your food cost. A line cook who eyeballs ingredients instead of using the proper portions is creating variance with every single plate. These leaks happen quietly, but they are relentless. They are the small habits that, if left unchecked, will sink your food cost percentage. So, how do we stop these leaks? By enforcing our systems with discipline. Managers prevent food cost leaks by ensuring portion control tools are used for every item, every time. That means scales, spoodles, and portion cups are non-negotiable. You must train and continuously coach your team on their importance. We track all waste, no exceptions. If it's dropped, burned, or sent back, it gets recorded in the waste log. This turns invisible loss into actionable data. You will conduct precise and accurate inventories because you can't control what you don't count. Finally, you will be on the line, coaching your team on recipe compliance, every single shift. Remember this mantra: what is not measured cannot be controlled. Your job is to measure everything. Next up is labor cost leakage. This is just as damaging as food cost leakage, but it can be even harder to spot. Labor leaks often come from overstaffing a shift, failing to cut labor when sales slow down, allowing uncontrolled overtime to pile up, and writing schedules based on habit instead of accurate sales forecasts. A schedule written for a projected $10,000 day is a disaster if you only do $7,000 in sales. Every extra employee you have on the floor when it's not busy is a direct drain on your profit. Every minute of unnecessary overtime is money we are giving away. Erasure. An operator who isn't watching the sales-to-labor ratio in real time is letting profit walk right out the door. Preventing labor leaks requires constant vigilance and data-driven decisions. First, all schedules must be written based on reliable sales forecasts, not just what you did last week. Use your scheduling tools to place labor exactly where and when it's needed. During the shift, you must be monitoring sales on an hourly basis. Are you on track with the forecast? If else are slower than expected, you need to be decisive and start sending people home early. Don't wait until the end of the shift. Act in real time. Control overtime before it happens by managing breaks and cut times effectively. Every unnecessary labor hour is a direct reduction from your restaurant's profit. It's your responsibility to protect those hours like you protect our cash. So, how do we build a restaurant that's leak-proof? We rely on systems. Our logs, checklists, prep sheets, and reports are not just busy work. They are your armor. They are the tools that protect our margins. These systems are designed to create consistency, which is the enemy of variance and loss. They help us catch problems early, before they have a chance to show up as a negative number on the P&L statement. A properly used prep sheet prevents overproduction and waste. A thorough checklist ensures critical tasks that control costs are completed every single shift. When you embrace and enforce our systems, you are actively preventing leaks and safeguarding profitability. Treat them as your most powerful management tools. This brings us to a critical distinction: the difference between a supervisor and an operator. A supervisor focuses on just getting through the shift. They are reactive. They put out fires, too. Their goal is to make it to closing time. An operator, on the other hand, focuses on preventing losses. They are proactive. They are thinking ahead. Operators understand that ignoring small issues today, like an untracked waste item or a single employee, in overtime inevitably creates huge problems tomorrow. Supervisors manage the present. Operators build a profitable future. At Guanatos Tacos, we are building operators. We expect you to own the outcome and to think 3 steps ahead to prevent any and all potential leaks. So, how do you put this into practice every day? By making leakage awareness part of your routine. Every shift, you should be actively asking yourself and your team a few key questions. Walk the line and ask, are our portions correct? Is every plate being made to spec? Check the dish pit and trash cans. Is all of our waste being tracked properly? Look at your sales and your staffing levels. Is our labor perfectly aligned with our current sales volume? Prevention always starts with awareness. You have to be looking for these small leaks constantly, because they are always there, trying to eat away at your margins. Admit this daily leakage. Check a non-negotiable part of your management style. Let's be perfectly clear. Leakage prevention is a non-negotiable expectation for every manager at Guanatos Tacos. You are the leader of your restaurant, and you are directly responsible for protecting its margins. This is achieved through discipline, consistent use of our systems, and making smart, real-time decisions. Excuses about high food costs or labor overages are not acceptable when the tools for prevention are in your hands. We empower you with the data and the systems to succeed. Your job is to use them relentlessly to control every variable and eliminate every preventable loss. This is the standard. This is what ownership looks like. Thief. In closing, remember this simple truth. The most profitable restaurants don't have managers who are experts at fixing problems after the fact. The most profitable restaurants have operators who are obsessed with preventing problems from ever happening in the first place. A calm, efficient, and profitable operation is no accident. It is the direct result of a leader who is dedicated to preventing leaks, day in and day out. Master this skill, and you will not only drive incredible results for Guanatos Tacos, but you will also define yourself as a top-tier operator in this industry. Thank you for your commitment.